Hey, before this video gets started, I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. If you find yourself watching this video, and obviously you have because you can hear this, if you decide for whatever reason to nope out of this video before it finishes, and I mean like well before it finishes, like before the halfway mark or at any point, like you decide like to leave before it's done, do me this favor and leave a comment down below explaining exactly why you're leaving. If it's my voice, if it's the audio, like the audio quality, if it's the co-host voice, if the video is just boring, doesn't matter what it is. Like even if it's like, well, I suddenly had to poop and I had to leave. Like doesn't matter what it is, just tell me what it is down below because I'm trying to boost audience retention. And I feel the only way to really do that is by having the audience tell me what's making them lose retention. So enjoy the show.
You have discovered the location of the shield vault. Please step inside and take the elevator down.
At this point, I feel like when you like in a relationship, you like when you got friends. What I'm trying to say is like the idea of me being with somebody at this point is somebody like I gotta be proud of. Like you just can't don't just be bringing motherfuckers to the face because everybody get caught up on like looks. Man, I could not help me. Yo, let me talk to you. So last week at the clinic, there was this chick, and I guess like she was from like another like clinic or whatever, and she was like either that, and she was there talking to patients and stuff. She didn't talk to me, but she was talking to other patients. Pimping. This like she was, golly, she was fine. Like, and I don't mean like in her like her face was probably okay. Never looked at it.
So we can begin.
But like she had a big butt. Like she had a big old, like it wasn't like, not like a fake looking ass. Like it wasn't like stupid round or anything like that. It was just like, just a really nice ass. And she had on these tight ass scrubs that showed her panty line through her scrubs. And I started thinking to myself, like, does she know she got a big butt? Like, she knows she has a big butt, right? Everybody knows it. Like, when you got a fat ass, you know you got a fat ass. Like, you know this, right? Like, when, like, because, like, some girls have the audacity to have big titties and be like, oh, shit, I forgot they were huge and out in the open. Like, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't. That's some shit. That's some trap shit you get to say to forget motherfuckers about your OnlyFans.
It was like, oh, so, like, I mean, she, like, it was, like, the first off, the button itself was fine. It was just a fire ass. But, like, you could clearly see her panty line, like, through the scrubs. And I ain't talking about, like, she had on sexy panties, like, regular degular, as Bubbles would say, I believe. So, this is, like, yeah, this is kind of, you know. And she was sitting in front of me, like back to me. And I just couldn't help but thinking, like, you know you got a big butt. Like, you know, right? And, like, ain't no fucking way that you don't feel them fucking pants tight as shit. Like, as a fat person, when I put on something that's just a touch too tight, I know it's a touch too tight. It don't take much. Like, so you did this shit on purpose.
Yeah,
and I thought to myself,
that's why she bought them.
And so I thought to myself, it's like, is this, like, so dudes have probably, like, definitely hit on you before. Like, they see that ass and they're like, yo, what's good? I want to put my finger in you. Like, cool, that's what's up. Like, why wouldn't you? It's how we get more people on the planet. But then I thought to myself, I was like, but what if she's boring as shit? Like, what if like, cause like you can be fine as fuck.
They usually are, man.
it's like a motherfucker can be fine as hell, but what if they got nothing else going on?
That's usually the case. Seriously.
It's like, why, like,
these fine ass bitches are boring as fuck, and they don't bring nothing but good looks and lousy pussy to the table.
Cause I think about that, like when it comes to like things like OnlyFans, like girls on like the internet, like, you know, basically, like, here's my butt, it's big. Like the video. Like, first off, are you getting paid for this? Do you have sponsorships? Like, what's the point? Like, you hone yourself out on the internet for what? Likes? You ain't even getting paid for it. So, like, what are you gaining from this? Cut it out. But, like, let's say, like, you got a bunch of niggas out here who's, like, simping over you. And if they was to get with you, all they do is smash. And I feel like, at the end of the day, you'd end up bumping into one that you, quote-unquote, really, really like. And then what would happen? He'd hit and then shake. And then you'd be upset that he did that. And you'd be like, why are dudes such dogs? He's not a dog. It's just you didn't offer him anything. Like, there was no reason for him to stick around after he hit. You were boring. I figured, I've seen like comments on certain like Instagram videos of like ass shaking and whatnot, where dudes be like, hey, just want you to know, from this point forward, don't expect nobody to respect you. Like,
I'm trying to tell you.
It's like, you can do this all you want, but if a dude hit and then stopped talking to you, he got what you were advertising. He bought what you were advertising. It's like, there's a reason crackheads don't hang out with the crack dealers, nigga. I came for some crack. I'm gonna go home now and smoke my crack, if you don't mind. Because like a lot of people, I think a lot of these women out here, like on the gram and whatnot, like on the internet, let's just say, really fail to understand that being half naked isn't a talent.
No, it's not.
Because there's girls out here who get all the way naked for free. Like you don't want to believe it, but there's some genuinely good-looking women out here who get naked and like post online just to be seen. They ain't get, there's no fucking there's no sponsorships, there's no OnlyFans. There's just like, yeah, I post videos on Twitter from time to time. And it's like, and I do it just because I like being naked. It's like, if dudes were smart, like, give them your attention. Like, it's like if PlayStation, like PlayStation has more of my money because they put more of their shit on sale. If Nintendo would get their act together, they'd have more of my money. But y'all never put nothing on sale. And I think that's the equivalent. It's like, there are people who want your attention, who are actually doing something to earn it. Give it to them. Give it to them. And it was like, cause I ain't gonna front. Like, even if you just got naked and sat down and read a book, I'd find that more interesting than some chick in some loose pants making her butt clap on Instagram for like 5 seconds. Like, where your family at? Are they proud of what you do?
Don't talk to them. And then there's some sort of sob story behind that.
I was like, no, I stopped talking to my mom because she didn't support me. I was like, I gotta know. I gotta know. How was
supporting you, man? She ain't just let you run around
like being a hoe?
What you wanted to do?
Yeah, is that what that was? Like when you were 17 and you wanted to date Jamal, and everybody in town knew he was a drug dealer, and you were 15, and your mom said no, he can't come to the family to the family function. You were like, Mom, you're a hater. So is that what this is? That was a really long, like drawn out joke, but I got there in the end.
No, I was already hip.
I don't know, man. Like I told you, like, oh, what's this dude said? This dude said, this one dude, there was a video clip of a guy, a short of a guy, saying that one of his biggest fears is getting played. And there was another guy who was, like, stitching the video, who was just saying, like, a lot of y'all are too soft. Like, your biggest fear is getting played? Like, he said getting played and, like, not knowing it, or, like that was her intention the entire time. He said that's his biggest fear. And the dude was like, my biggest fear is, like, you know, fucking somebody and, you know, catching the scuffalophagus. You know, walking down the street, my dick just fall off. Like, that's my biggest fear. And I was like, you know what, to be fair, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, nigga, you get way too much ass from anybody.
Like, I'm about to say, like,
If
one,
if that is your biggest fear.
yeah, between the two things, one of those is easily avoidable. You can be a hoe and wear a condom. Like, ain't really a whole lot he can do about getting played, cause yeah, like that's not. It's like the idea of, like, so why don't you ever bring your girlfriend around to meet us? Because I don't know if she, why? Why don't I ever bring her around? Why don't I talk about her? As I like her, but I don't know if she ain't shit yet. Cause she, as cool as I feel she might be ain't shit. And I don't want to, like, introduce y'all to her and she start hanging around and then I found out she ain't shit. Only for me to be like, you clearly can't come around no more. And now I got to explain to y'all, like, oh, well, you know, it didn't work out. It's like, yeah, it didn't work out. Because she wasn't shit. And I jumped the gun too soon. Like I told you, nigga, yeah, I don't, like, no. I ain't trying to get played. Like, at the very least, if I get played, I don't want to have to tell nobody. I don't want to have to, like, I'll tell you. Like, I'll tell you. I wouldn't tell, I'd probably tell you and your bro. I don't know if I tell Mark. Mark wouldn't give a fuck. Mark is the player. Mark is the one out here giving hoes the scuffalophagus. But, like, I don't need everybody knowing, like, yeah, that didn't work out. Nah, I'm straight.
Mission success. Another shield vault successfully secured and kept out of the hands of AIM.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's having your trust betrayed. You know, it blows.
It's not just having your trust betrayed.
Excellent work.
It's knowing that was their intention the entire time.
We've bolstered our resources and are one step closer to fully rebuilding S.H.I.E.L.D. Our agents in the field will continue searching for more hidden vaults, as this certainly wasn't the last one.
Like, I'm not gonna pretend like that ain't, like, really what it is. It's that. It's knowing for a fact that, because when I think about shit like that, I think of Alicia immediately. Like, that's who I think of. I think it was like, yeah, like, nigga, you were trash. You knew exactly where to go to get what you needed, and you had no qualms about hurting feelings. You do the same thing to her, you're the scum of the earth. That is such a nice sweater. That's the only kind of sweater. You gotta be skinny to wear a sweater like that. That fat ass collar. You gotta have a neck to wear something like that. You're skinny. You gotta be fit. Shut up. Shut up. Gotta go talk to Wendy. You know, every time I come up in here, y'all don't ever do nothing new. Do something different.
Hey, I could use your help.
Ugh.
A present? For me? You shouldn't have.
Mark and I reverse engineered some of the circuits.
Really? Whoa! This is amazing!
While I've got you, I talked to Peter.
Did you now?
He offered to hack into the Google's website and broadcast incriminating footage.
I almost
from
said,
AIM's internal
Peter.
database worldwide. We just need to get him access to AIM's server from the inside.
Sounds like a job for me.
And Mark, you can use his login to get administrator access into AIM's server. Send the data to Pete, and we're in business.
And so the next task is to do what?